Alright, what's poppin', clan? Today we're back at the tier list, but we're doing the managers. I think this is like the third year I've done this now. We got a whole bunch of tier lists that we've already done every position on the baseball field this year. So if you have missed it, make sure you don't miss anything else. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Thanks for being here. Let's get into the video. Alright, so I kind of had to change the tiers up a little bit here today. We got the elite stays the same. We got the ones who are winners, so like, you know, they're very good, but not quite elite. We got the ones who are good, but they definitely have glaring issues. We got the ones who, I put the new, like literally just managers who are new or we don't know much about yet. And then no thanks, just the not great managers right now. Starting with Torey Lovullo. Torey Lovullo is very excellent. Took a young roster all the way to the World Series last year, and even in before that, he kind of like made rosters perform better than they were. Torey Lovullo's a winner to me, man. Like, it just kind of describes him perfectly. Brian Snitker, he's very good. He definitely, you know, he has like one of the best rosters in baseball, but he definitely gives his team like there's a reason why they win 100 games every year. Think he deserves to be in the elite. Brandon Hyde also, I think, belongs in the winner category. Hyde is an absolute dog. He took a young roster again. He made them win the division last year, and the year before that took a very not great roster all the way there. He's turned them into what they are. I think Alex Cora can be good, but he has issues. He's good because he's a World Series winning manager. I'll put him here into this tier. He's got issues, not a pitching guy for sure. A special thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Private Internet Access. A virtual private network, or a VPN, is an app that hides your IP address and safeguards your internet connection through an encrypted tunnel. Watching Century 17 videos without PIA is like tuning on a 24/7 coverage, but you can only follow a fraction of the news. Private Internet Access is the world's most transparent VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. They never record or store user data. This VPN works with all major streaming services as well, and it is available in all platforms. You can also protect an unlimited amount of devices at the same time. Plus, setting up a connection and establishing a server is super easy. By using the link in the description, viewers can grab 83% off discount. Yes, 83%. Plus 4 extra months free by using the link in the description. It's risk-free and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. And 24/7 customer support is always available. So again, use the link in the description to get 83% off and 3 months of PIA. A special thanks to Private Internet Access for sponsoring today's video. So we got Craig Counsell. Craig Counsell is elite because, you know, he takes pitching and he makes it better. He takes rosters and makes them better. He did it with the Brewers for years. We'll see if he does it here with the Cubs because, you know, he had a completely different staff now. Pedro Grifol, I believe he was on the team last year too, and we haven't really seen like a fair enough sample size because he's at a bad roster. I don't know, man. I'm gonna put him in no thanks because he's not brand new. I'll put him there. I think David Bell is good as well. He definitely deserves to be in the upper tiers because another guy with a young roster and he's helping it overperform. Yeah, I think it's definitely a solid ranking. So here's a new one. Stephen Vogt, former athletics manager. Or excuse me, athletics player. He'll go into new because we literally don't know anything about him and what he's going to do. Sure, we got a little bit of spring training, but it's not real game time scenarios. Bud Black is just like put in an unfair spot. I believe he's still their manager, right? Yeah, Bud Black's still their manager. Unfair scenario to me. I'll put him in just because like he hasn't been able to get the hitting right either, but that's also a front office thing. I don't know. AJ Hinch, also a World Series winning manager with the cheating, we know. It's nonetheless a World Series winning manager. I'll put him in good, but has issues because he hasn't really been able to get back there ever since the cheating scandal stuff. Houston has a new manager, Joey Espada, right? Yeah, Espada, Joey Espada. Put him into the new tier. We don't know much about him, but he'll probably be just fine because he's got an incredible roster around him. If you sell that roster, you have problems and you're going to go down here. Matt Quatraro, he's also a new manager for the Royals as well. So I'll put him into new, but interested to see how he does because he has like a better roster than last year's Royals and they're kind of on the up and up. It's a fun team to look out for. Sneaky AL Central winning pick. Ron Washington to me is a winner. I mean, not just as a coach, but just like, you know, just all in general. One of baseball's best if you ask me. I know he hasn't been fantastic as a manager in the past. He's had deep playoff runs for sure. Ooh, this is where I'm probably going to get some flames. Low-key, I want to put Dave Roberts in no thanks. Because how can you have that kind of roster every single year and not have it turn into anything yet? I'll put him into this tier, but like, low-key could be down in the no thanks. Skip Schumacher now. As much as I don't like the Marlins, because I just kind of don't respect him at all, they kind of make me angry. Skip Schumacher was a very good pickup, and he helped that roster overperform for sure. I think he's a winner. Pat Murphy, also new for the Brewers. He's got big shoes to fill, though, with Counsell. Interesting to see how he does, because he has a kind of a bad roster. Carlos Mendoza will be a new manager as well this year for the Mets. I believe he's the bench coach. So we're going to put him in new. We'll see how he does, but he also has an interesting year ahead of him. Obviously, all the new ones have an interesting year ahead of them, but the Mets especially because they have like a high payroll, but an roster. I think Aaron Boone is good, but he definitely has issues as well. A little bit too loyal to players. He's a player's manager, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, we could put him there. I think Mark Kotze is doing just about as good of a job as he possibly can. It just kind of feels like we have to put him into good but has issues, and his issues are his front office. Kind of unfair for a team like that. Even the Rockies too. Phillies, I know you guys will expect him top or he's elite. No, he's good, but he has issues. Similar to Aaron Boone, a player's manager, and he's come out and said after the season, he's like, I got to be different about that. I can't just trust the players all the time. The playoffs really showed that, but I mean, you're not a guy who's like taking this team, completely turning them around if you're not good. I think Derek Shelton goes into, and he said it for a few years now too, and he doesn't have a great roster, but he's definitely brought out some pitchers from the staff. I think if they do well this year, we can definitely move them up though. Padres have Mike Schilt now, a little bit of a name from the past. I'll put him into new because I also don't really know his antics yet. Another guy with an interesting year ahead of him. I think Scott Service almost needs to go into elite because even before he had all these stars on his team, like the dude made a competing team. He's a bullpen whisperer. I really like Scott Service. Bob Melvin to me goes in now, which is weird to say because he's a legendary manager, kind of, if you want to say that. But I don't know. He didn't do a great job with the Padres. Brought him to an LCS, and then he got kicked to the door after last year. He had a very good roster last year, too. Ollie Marmol just got extended like 2 days ago as well. He's also to me. I don't know. Like, he had players who didn't perform super well, obviously, last year. Just not great. The best of the best. The top of the elite. The creme de la creme. Kevin Cash, I mean, he puts a competent team together every year, somehow, some way. There's nothing else to put it there. Bruce Bochy, World Series winning manager, 2 teams. You're elite, dude. He might be an old head, but Bruce Bochy definitely deserves the respect. Cannot believe that this team still has Rocco as their manager. I feel like 3 years ago we were like, fire Rocco. I think he's fine. He's definitely gotten a little bit better with the pitching. Now he's got a little more talent on it. I'll put him in good, but he has issues for sure. I think John Schneider goes in. He's kind of on this fringe. Also good with pitching. I'll put him into the good tier. Then an interesting one, Davey Martinez. He's a World Series winning manager. For now, I'm going to put him in I know that he, like back then, he kind of brought them to that, but ever since, he's just kind of been questionable. Hasn't had a great team either, but we'll put it as is. All right, I know that was a little bit of a quick one, but that's the manager's tier list. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later.